So hi guys, how are you all doing today? Welcome back to my channel. I know. I did not forget you guys. I did not abandon you guys. Well, first of all, the kids went on holiday pretty earlier than it was anticipated because of those who were taking exams. So it became, I was like, you guys should go back to school and that kind of thing. That was number one. Two, it's my birthday month and my birthday week also. So I was just, from the, I just went from the unplanned, early holidays straight into my birthday week. But today I said I must do this video and I must send it out because oh my God, you guys. But I want to say thank you all for watching. I want to say thank you all for commenting. And I also want to tell you guys to subscribe because many of the people who watch my videos are non-subscribers, and it would be so nice and so wonderful if you guys could subscribe. It doesn't take you anything. It doesn't cost anything. Please, and subscribe to my channel. Let this channel grow. Okay? So we're going to be continuing from where we stopped. We're on episode 3 of Make Lasting Impressions. All right? So yeah, we're going to get right down to it as quickly as possible.
You carry your condom to the public place.
In every parcel, your car, you should have in 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 your
Doing wrong,
your car, you should have in your car, you should have in your car, you should have in yes. That bag, I'm sure there's probably there was a time my wife saw a condom in a parcel of mine. She said, "Dear, I said it's for you and I." Period.
Are you not married?
Oh yes.
Oh, that was before marriage.
Why do you?
You want me to be burning anyhow? Oh.
What about dismounting?
Dismounting what?
As in the pullback strategy. Even in marriage, you still protect yourself.
It's not for the
Oh
princess.
yes.
That's weird. I've never.
Oh yes. Oh
well,
yes.
family planning, I guess.
I don't they take like.
See, because the truth is, see, let me tell you something.
Because wait, and I'm going to hold you.
Because I
have to hold you because no, we're getting somewhere. And I like this. You mentioned earlier on that the man and the woman, prior to getting married, must preserve themselves.
Yes,
it's true.
Wait now.
Ask this question, my friend.
Now.
I said.
All right, so in episode 3, the guys started with discussing safe sex. Most times, one of the things they talk about is as though we have, because I told you I have a group that's very active with the most amazing, intelligent women you'd ever meet in this life. You guys. Unfortunately, it's an exclusive group and very coveted. So, And then there was a time one of us talked about this and said, okay, let's talk about, safe sex and sexual health. And it's a very important topic. There is no way we can actually remove from that, because from STDs to AIDS and what have you. And it's not just about safe sex, but I think it's also about a general well-being as a person, telling yourself and being conscious, health conscious, self-conscious, So, they're talking about, having, the use of condoms. And if you are not aware, there's so many ways, because even though, they all tell you that, okay, that condoms are safe, on the pack, it says 99.9. So there is a 0.1% chance that body fluids will exchange. You've got preservatives, you've got pills, you've got so many things. One of the most important things you need to do, is to discuss your contraceptive plans with your doctor. That's the most important thing, because some people react to certain types of contraceptives, some don't. And some don't even believe in it. And if you're one of those people who say, oh, I cannot and I don't need to, then that means you must always get ready to be strapped at all times. And you heard what Akah said, it must be in your car, by your bed, in your books, wherever it has to be around you, because we are not allowing or giving room for unnecessary mistakes, or had I known, or, that kind of a thing. So, we can't stress it enough. And then another thing is having periodic checks. I have a video where I talked about pap smears In France, we call it a frottis. I'm due for another one this year. I've already even received the letter, for for women, even men. Prostate health, check out your prostate health, check out your cervix. These are things that are important as well, as a woman and as a man. You need to be able to be in tune with what it is that must work and should work. And again, as always, knowing your health status is very important. Checking your breasts for lumps against breast cancer, because it's becoming prevalent. It's almost like if it's not diabetes, it's cancer. If it's not cancer, it's one of those things. So especially with Black people, so it's very important that periodic health checks are done and made with your doctor, a qualified practitioner, please, and get on it. So they're very correct in that.
I believe. Let me finish.
Must preserve themselves, because when they get married, in fact, they will throw each other up and down. You're not telling me that in that marriage, I will not still be making use of condom.
No. Hold on.
You are not ready for the full.
Hold on.
You are not ready.
Hold on.
What if you die tomorrow?
Hold on. No, wait. Let me give you these gist now. Have you come? Drink. Are you calm?
I'm calm.
Good. You mentioned a very valid point. You understand? Now, in the woman's life, there are periods where you can knock. She will not carry belly. Mm-hmm. So there is the safe period. That safe period will go straight all out. Now, the reason why I said, reason why I said I do well, I do condom, is because that pull out strategy, beef, there is a time I reach, I say, I can't do it again. I can't. It's too sweet. It's too nice. It's too soft. It's too juicy.
But they can get
so we went to get all those other things. But the thing is, it didn't work well with my wife's body. So I had to now shoulder the
responsibility of contraceptives.
But the truth is, there is a Durex, but the Durex
what Akah is saying is very true, and there's someone I know that actually, had a friend that actually did this, and I was so amazed because, I didn't understand the reasons why before. But when she explained to me exactly what Akah is saying, it made a lot of sense. Because we've had situations where, I did not plan it to, it just happened. It happens. True story, a friend, came here and, they had 3 kids, and then boom, they had a 4th after a while. I think they wanted to have a boy. I don't know. And then, there were serious complications with that. And even after that, the doctors really warned and said, come on, this thing, you shouldn't be trying it again. I mean, we brought you back from far away. Don't let this happen again. It seemed like everything was good. But again, we don't call children error. But, boom, less than a year after the last one, and it happened. And I could understand and feel, how it all played out for, the family, because, you've attained a certain number that, you can take care of. You thought that there's certain things you can do and get away with. When it comes to a woman's body, it's very unpredictable. I've said this in one of my videos when I was talking about how I lost weight. I'm still going to give you an update on that as well. The woman's body is very unpredictable. Even when you say, she's on her safe time, sometimes she even gets pregnant in that safe time. You're asking yourself, kilo day, what the hell happened? But then it's already too late. It has happened, So, you even see husbands, like Akah said, who decided to take it upon himself and that responsibility to use condoms even while he's married. So, do not assume or think, because you're married, then you don't use condoms. No, there are situations that will arise. There are people that, the contraceptives they're taking, pills or whatever, are not working or even in fact are actually carrying the opposite effect. It happens. There are some of them that is as though their bodies, creates a form of resistance to it. And I think that was what happened in this my other friend's case, because she was on the pill. She was using the IUD, not even just on the pill. She was using the IUD. Okay, so there are instances where sometimes, we have pictures and, stories of babies coming out with the IUD in their hands, like, so you try to do this, that kind of a thing, So most times you find a situation whereby, like Akah, who says, I decided to take it upon myself, my responsibility to do this. There are cases of men who, get a vasectomy for this. Again, like I said, this is what I was talking about. I did not understand the reasoning behind it, because for me, I'm like, why would you mess up with biology? But it's such a selfless act. And I want to commend, most men for it, because it's not easy for most men don't think in that direction. Okay, so I want to really commend men who actually take it upon themselves and put this as a responsibility and going further and taking a vasectomy, because it is an extremely selfless act for you to do, to preserve the life of the woman you love and also for the family that you're grooming. So, it's a wonderful thing. And I really, really give, doff my hat for those of you who do this, and for men who actually take out their time and decide and put it upon themselves as a responsibility. Because sometimes, emotions run high. And then everyone is forgetting. And like you said, the pull-out method, it's not even 50-50. It's like 30-70. So, yeah, I really understand. For those of you who don't understand it and you really, want me to talk more about it, leave it in the comment section below and I'll get into that as well.
My wife went to London and brought. Oh my
Probably
God.
the feather lights.
Feather lights.
Is it the one that's great?
Feather lights.
My pastor he go blow today. And the
feather lights.
That feather lights, yeah.
Good guy.
Let me tell you, you know what they put?
See, because
floor.
Because me and my wife, we had bought several boxes. When your wife said, my dear, go and look for the feather light, I'll say, where is it? It's inside the bathroom. When you say you want,
when somebody mop floor and you draw. That's not that feather light.
But why do you put it in your bathroom? Does it mean that you often do things in that place? We do things everywhere.
It's our marriage if you're not.
You have a box spread out through the house. Somebody even here.
Yeah.
Use tape, put a box here.
Yeah.
Me, I don't know whether inside marriage I would want to see anything like condom.
Me too.
With how many years I've been seeing condom, I will now marry. I will still be seeing condom. What
Even some of you that not even say condom in this single stage, let alone when you put it.
Okay, you wanted to say something
like Falz, wire.
Okay, so just a very little information I forgot to put while Akah was talking was that there are men like Falz who say, no, it's not possible. There are many. And then, then you have to really, really be very, very serious, because we have what we call the Billings method. The Billings method is a method of family planning that exudes every form of contraceptives in your relationship or marriage. So, people like Falz and men out there, that means you really, really, really have to be very, very attentive to basal temperature, ovulation times, and there is a chart for it. It takes dedication and discipline. It works, but it takes dedication and discipline to use the Billings method. And one of the reasons why people run towards contraceptives and condoms is because, there is a level where that when you see, okay, you have to mark the charts. And it's not just, my wife's problem. It is both of you. You're taking temperature, you're checking this, you're checking that, you're doing this, you're doing that. Any slight rise in temperature, you mark it. You are talking about knowing somebody's anatomy and biology, okay, through the Billings method when it comes to reproduction. So for men who are like this, like Falz, you gotta get busy and get very, very, very involved in the Billings method of reproduction.
Yes, nah. If you don't get wine or drink, so as you go, that's for take morning after. No, take drinks. Okay, any pregnancy scares. So yeah, when you think about it, any pregnancy scares. No, with Durex. So you always drop mic. Where's the mic first? So you're trying to tell me you are always protected every single time of the day of the week. Let me tell you my first introduction into condoms, like buying condoms and having condoms. It was a scare. And you know, like at the time, I had one sexual educator that used to come and tell us that half of us were positive HIV. I don't know if it was wrong or right, but since that day, Durex and I became allies. You come to my house and I don't have food. I will give you Durex. You understand? So for me, no, pregnancy scares though. We don't do that. Pregnancy scares. So, okay, so you said I have not. My own never had in the past is when the condoms come off. Yeah, like you do it with condoms. Yeah, condoms just come off. You understand? So that's the scare I've had. That means that's another thing I was gonna see. Was like one sex accident. But this is something that used to cause that. And it's experienced. Oh, I know what you're saying now. That means this fluidity, you do start without condom. Then you're getting there. You know what I'm saying? Before we continue, let me pause. Oh, do you think? No, so it was not fluid inside and outside. But the fluidity, no, you don't have to have started without. That means there's some in marriage. In marriage, it's just pushed. Yeah. In marriage, we start first. The way we do the world, we're not weird because I cannot. I feel it's getting different. Like, so I don't really there's more. Do you understand how we can send you back? I went from beginning, like from you have to because you know that why you went from why you went at all? It's not a trip now. It's not a trip. Pre-com, yeah. You know a person who used to be pregnant with pre-com. This person said that the guy already put it in and around the vaginal area. Pre-com took her pregnant. Now scope. That's where some of us are tripping like that. That is how can you tell me that the man did not go inside the vagina? He was just playing around it. And you got to
Now, we're talking about pre-com, and pre-com is live sperm cells, like it or not. So, it's a very possible act. We've had stories of ladies who didn't even have sex, and then they got pregnant, and it was like, immaculate conception. No, it happened that someone that they knew used a towel to jerk off, and boom, it was there, and they used it to clean. So pre-com, they're live sperm cells, and they are very active. So it's not lamba, it's true. It's something that can happen, and that is why, starting from the beginning on that, and again, even before you and a partner can even think about going without, this is after all due process has taken place, tests, and there's a level of confidence to this. You have done your test with a neutral doctor, you have your test results, you have your you have everything, and both of you are privy to each other's status. These are things that are very important and cannot be joked with, okay? Again, pregnancy scares, these are all things that you have to think about when you have to put yourself in the position and say, okay, I'm going to start going condom full. Do you see? And again, I just want to correct the impression that Falz is saying. Yes, pre-com can actually get you pregnant.
I hear there are a lot of
wait, they'll just play around the place so nice. She don't even know. So it was like immaculate conception. Like it was like Mary all over again.
Immaculate.
That's mad. That's really
so she
mad.
kept saying that I don't have sex.
It's just that sperm, the thing.
Became what that's just a 10-year-old. So I don't even want to know.
I think those people
let me just wear the thing and start, bro.
There's some time that because there's no reason to lie. She already has a kid. Like it's 10 years after. She's not talking to her mother and her father. She's literally, I've heard silly stories of like the fluid like staying a day late. It just entered. Man.
A day late. They don't wash.
No, they said the man's this thing is active for.
We have to consult some
48 hours.
some experts to know whether that's possible, Sha. Those are very interesting.
I think pre-com can
situations.
get a woman.
No. Of course, I've heard that pre-com can, but the fact that the pre-com was not even.
Yes, a man's sperm cells is active and alive for 72 hours, compared to a woman's ovulation egg for 24 hours. So, yes, even after that, that is why if you're trying to get pregnant, they tell you to start, before ovulation. As a woman, you start having sex before ovulation. Because a man, gets at least a week, because a man gets to have sperm cells that are alive long after. Okay, so yes, that is very true from Akah. All right, so we come to the end of this because they're just they're just making banter. At the end of the video, come to the end of this video today. So, thank you all so much for being a part of this show. Thank you all so much for being a part of this video. Do not fail to like, share, and subscribe. Yes, if you have not, please subscribe in this video to this channel, because most of the people that actually watch my videos aren't subscribed to my channel. Why? So please subscribe. Leave your comments in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye.